Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. 2 wins in a row? Really? We don't deserve that. Come on. Cain. Ooh, Judas. Look who we got our Cains on now. It's not Judas. It is Judas. 4FNB3, U with zeros instead of O's because you can't use O's in Isaac because they look the same as zeros. So from a seed standpoint, they want to keep that unambiguous. Anyway, Judas. Dicey, but it's almost like, you know, there's an Eden analog. You know, the worst thing about an Eden run, when it comes to at least surviving, is having poor starting stats and poor HP. As Judas, obviously you start with poor HP, but you start with great damage. I believe you have like a 30% or a 25% damage multiplier to start with. Is there a chest, or was that just doors opening? Just doors opening. And you also start with Book of Belial, which is, you know, heavily weighted towards probably giving you deals with the devil in the future, but there are problems. Namely, if a champion touches us, we will probably die. So we should be concerned about that. Okay, I know. Let's have a little conversation here. There's a certain contingent of the Isaac electorate that is not a big fan of Blue Baby's only friend. And there, okay, lucky me. There's a certain contingent of the Isaac electorate that is a big fan of Blue Baby's only friend. I happen to find myself in the right camp, but I want to be the Isaac president for both of you. We don't really need car batteries, so I'm going to double down on this. So if you don't like Blue Baby's only friend, if you think it's a boring item, I respectfully disagree with you, but at the same time, we're going to use it here, and I still like you, okay? I'm going to sacrifice half a Spirit Heart to come in here and hopefully leverage our Guppy plays in the future. Or not, that's also fine. My thing with Blue Baby's only friend is that, sure, it's like a Ludovico technique that doesn't benefit from tier synergy or any kind of synergy except for BFF, I guess. But it... Oh, careful. It also is like... Why stand right there? Of all the places on this room, did you have to stand right there? It's like a safety net, you know? It's like being a rock climber and going up without somebody to, you know, belay for you. You might be like, yeah, it's the extreme way to do it. I like to live dangerously, but at the same time, it's a little silly, right? It's a little stupid to do that. I guess we'll probably end up getting car battery here because we have so much money, but that's Blue Baby's only friend. If we don't get, like, a chassis on this run that allows us to, you know, do extremely well, maybe we'll save our money because car battery doesn't do jack for us right now. If we don't get a chassis that allows us to, you know, get a ton of DPS and HP on this run, at least we have Blue Baby's only friend backing us up. We are probably down to 1 red heart right now, but this floor has been pretty good. I'm excited. Gotta hit the button. I'm excited to see what the future brings, albeit a little anxious as well. 2 extra bombs. Really, the big deal here is watching out for the champion. As long as we're able to take out the champion, life's good. And I'm not going to trade a bomb for money. It seems like a silly trade right now. We really, like, we're banking on getting a Spirit Heart at some point. Right now would be good. Didn't get it, but Jesus Juice is fine. Instead, we will hope for an early shop on this next floor where we can pick up a Spirit Heart. I probably do want to do this room, but I don't know if I want to do it just yet. Help me! That was a little scary. That was not intentional that I cried out for help, but in the moment it was. I believed that only a divine power could save me, and the divine power turned out to be Blue Baby's only friend. I got touched by an angel, and I liked it. Taste of your cherry champstick. Okay, the miter is awesome. And actually makes me want to go to the boss trap room early because we might be lucky enough to get a red heart that turns into a Spirit Heart there, as opposed to, you know, maybe risking our life potentially fighting champions right now. I don't know. But I think probably conventional wisdom is just keep going this way for now. And we are doing enough damage to keep these enemies at bay, which I think is the big deal right now. Is just like constantly keep the enemies back on their toes. There's 2 Spirit Hearts for us, and it's probably not an exaggeration to suggest that those 2 Spirit Hearts have just won us the run. Not just giving us 2 Spirit Hearts so we have some survivability, but also giving us the ability to actually get a deal with the devil easily and have the, probably have the HP to pay for it as well. So, maybe it's a little bit overly grandiose to be like that room has just won us the game, and ergo the miter has probably won us the game, but I do sort of believe it in the present moment that might have been a difference maker compared to like not getting anything on that room. So what do I want? Well, I would love to see something that makes our tiers much more viable than Blue Baby's Only Friend, just so I'm not incentivized to just, you know, set it and forget it all the time, as much as I love it. Matchbook for the Evil Up, and 3 non-troll bombs is pretty solid. Okay. Y'all wanted some zaniness? Here you go. We got the Mark, and we got Contract from Below. What was the incentive behind this? Ooh, I don't like this. The incentive... Now I like it. As soon as we, you know, realize that we're not going to get hit, I'm a bigger fan. But, I don't like it until I like it. Ooh, I guess we do want this. What a nonsense. I don't like it until I like it. This is a dangerous line of reasoning. We, took Contract from Below and the Mark because I wanted the stats. And I like Contract from Below. I think Contract from Below is a great item. We should get that key. But I also like the Mark, and it doesn't feel right for me to leave the Mark behind. And if we were going to be at, you know, 3 Spirit Hearts, I figured there was probably a way for us to at least get out of this and grab a few more Spirit Hearts and maybe be slightly inhibited, but still in a better position as a result of having done this. So, you know, I would rather be at 3 Spirit Hearts. Ooh, that's excellent. I'd rather be at 3 Spirit Hearts with Contract from Below than be at, you know, 4 Spirit Hearts without Contract from Below. Not that that's necessarily a fair comparison. So the last thing we're going to do here, BFF, by the way, enormous pickup, exact opposite of what I asked for. It makes it way more likely that we will use Blue Baby's Only Friend in the future, but it's still a huge pickup for us either way. However, might as well shoot these now that we have the miter. It's great regardless. We're going to go back, check out our mob trap room, which is actually a boss trap room, and hopefully get a Spirit Heart. Instead, we got a red heart, but either way, like, these enemies are done. I consider Pin effectively dead there. Gurgling's also going down without a fight here. Lovely. Alright, so I think we're set up pretty nicely. I kind of imagine that we're like Dark Judas with Ludovico technique right now. Now, if we could get Ludovico technique and Dark Judas, I would be stoked. Even though that might seem ridiculous. I think we're just gonna, well, shoot the fires. You never know. With the miter, I don't want to take any chances, that we might be missing out on a Spirit Heart that could actually make, you know, a pretty demonstrable impact, especially if it gives us the ability to take more deals with the devil in the future. But I think we've gone peak zany so far. Probably we will use the Sun card right away here just to get a little bit of mapping. Just want to see what enemies we'd like to use it on. Probably not this guy. Yeah, okay. Obviously we use more keys than I'd like to, well, not that I'd like to admit, because we use them all for a good purpose. But still, I would like to have more keys. Thank you. This is the other thing. Contract from Below is not just an item you take to be useful on the chest. It's an item you can take to be useful in advance as well. Okay, that's more keys and a Spirit Heart. That probably guarantees us Curse Room access. And then another Spirit Heart. Oh my god, I forgot how much I love the miter, man. And the ability to fly plus some HP. And you know what did that? Contract from Below. So it's conceivable that Contract from Below pickup has maybe already paid for itself in spite of the danger that it also entailed. And we get a Thame, Call to the Void. Not a particularly exceptional item, but something I'm relatively pleased to have. And I think that we've established ourselves nicely on this run. Judas is all about, you know, getting that earliest possible foothold into survivability. And I think we've managed to do that here in a big way. And I'm actually, you know, to be on floor 3 and be like, I'm really excited to donate a lot of money to our donation machine. Not only does that make us a philanthropist, a humanitarian, and an all-around digitally good dude, and you can feel free to put that on your Twitter profiles. Northern Lion certifies that I'm a digitally good dude. Or dame. We need a D word for ladies that doesn't sound like it comes from the 1920s. Is dame? Dame's not offensive, right? It's just antiquated. It makes you seem like you're trying to be Frank Sinatra. Like, I don't think you can say Dame unless you're 70 years old. It just comes across as tonally dissonant. We'll buy the Spirit Heart. Not donate. You know what? We probably will donate some on this floor. Spelunker's Hat. Not very good, but good enough. But yeah, you know, we need to get that early foothold in survivability. And I think we're there. If we buy a Spirit Heart per floor, we should be relatively okay, even if we go to Curse Rooms. The only thing that can sidetrack us is Deals with the Devil. And that's good. You know, Deals with the Devil are productive damage, usually. Keep 5 cents for the chance of an arcade on the next floor that we may well be able to make pretty good use out of. And you know what I'm thinking? There's a genuine boss rush chance on this run. We're actually on schedule, getting faster, and maybe compared to recent runs, there's like way less chance of being sidetracked than usual. Although, you normally don't know that until it happens. Spelunker's Head has given us... Yeah, that's fine. It's given us a bunch of runes, but it also gave us a way out of this disaster here. Yera, Onsus, Algiz, Blank Rune, which is Awaz, and Perthro. You take Perthro, and then you come back for the Yera rune. It's a gambit as old as time. Use Perthro for potential deal with the devil action. Use Yera for, you know, doubling the chests. We will increase our deal with the devil chance thusly by using Book of Belial here. And we did not get a deal with the devil, but I will take Ball of Bandages, that's fine. Let's grab the Yera rune, head downwards. And really, like, what am I looking for on this run right now? I would love zany tear effects. I would actually, and bear with me here, because it's going to sound like, you know, be careful what you wish for. But I wouldn't mind turning this run into some kind of, like, soy milk abomination. The reason that I have for that is, you know, Blue Baby's only friend is always going to deal good damage as a result of BFF. So we could try to, like, roll the dice on a soy milk run and not be screwed if it doesn't work. If it does work, awesome. You know, Soy Milk, Tiny Planet, Parasite, Death's Touch, Lump of Coal, stuff like that. Those runs oftentimes end up being some of my favorites. God, that's lucky. But if it doesn't work, we still have Blue Baby's only friend, which with BFF can honestly pretty much carry us for the rest of the game. So I really feel like pretty much right now, our lives are pretty much set in stone. Full run reroll could occur. We will always, or at least almost always, take advantage of the full run reroll. Sounds like an Elton John song. I know you're expecting an Elton John impression here. I can't. I wish I could. I can't even, like, even with a bad impression, like a bad Bob Dylan impression, it can sort of be evocative. You know, once upon a time he dressed so fine. You know, at least you're like, that's bad, but it's Bob Dylan. Elton John, I just can't get there. You know, I can't get the, Tech 1 is okay. I can't get to the point that, is even evocative, you know? Unless it, Benny! Reroll! Reroll the whole run! And it's bad, and I can't sing, and, you know... Do you want to destroy my sweater? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got Gertie. Technology is actually a precursor to a lot of cool synergies I like, particularly when it comes to items like Spoonbender. Are we liable or likely to get Spoonbender? You know what? Let's say yes. Even though the numbers don't bear it out necessarily, let's just throw caution to the wind. Now we get Lump of Coal, which is kind of... It's destructive synergy with technology. They don't work well together, but, you know... by all accounts... Wait, I was gonna say by all accounts, you know... Jamie Heineman and Adam Savage don't necessarily like each other, but they make great work. But what I literally said is they... Oh god, I gotta sneeze. They don't work well together. But at least maybe they like each other, you know? If they're not colleagues, at least they can be friends. That's what it's like, you know? Like, sometimes the people who work best together, they don't get along in real life. Like, as soon as the NLSS is over, I'm like, Nick, I hate you. I hate the way you always try to alpha me on the show with your dominant behavior. I won't stand for it. I'm gonna go back to... I gotta make a kale juice right now, or I'm gonna frickin' flip. But then the show turns on and it's all dynamite improv bits, man. I can't explain it. It's just one of those mysteries of human interaction. I don't claim to understand it. I only claim to wield it for my own benefit. It's like Dan Giesling in the Big Brother house, you know? He's a different person when the cameras are on. When the cameras are off, he's like, oh, hey guys, want to take a look at my bubble sort algorithm? And you're like, oh, Dan, that's not actually what Dan sounds like at all. At this point, I'm just mining it for some cheap laughs. And you know what? I'd do it again if I had the chance. These are long videos. For now, though, we have done everything. And we are continuing to do everything on every floor. We're very, very slightly behind schedule, which means that we are on stage 4 of the Northern Lion Isaac run. No reason we can't make Boss Rush. I'm excited to make Boss Rush. That's step 1. Step 2, right on schedule. So excited to do Boss Rush. That's step 2. Step 3, starting to fall behind a little bit, but we can make it up. Step 4, Boss Rush may be difficult to get to, but it's not the end of the world either way. Step 5, we missed Boss Rush. Let's try to do the Hush. Step 6, ooh, we missed the Hush. Under suspicious circumstances, let's just go win the run the easy way. And then, you know, ergo, the end. Don't really want to do mob trap rooms anymore. Any 4? I was trying to think of a song that has any more in it. Oh, that's a tough one. Song that has any more in it. I don't know why I can't get like Wonderwall out of my head. I don't believe that anymore feels the way I do about you now. I don't believe that Jay Moore feels, you know, Jay Moore from the pivotal opening scene of Pay It Forward starring Haley Joel Osment. You know, Jay Moore, who played one of the competing, I was going to call him a wizard, but magicians in the 2012 film The Fabulous Burt Wonderstone, starring Steve Carell and Jim Carrey. And wait a minute, was Katie Holmes in that movie? Yo, you gotta tell me if Katie Holmes was in that movie. Am I just having like a fever dream of a memory here? We have had Blank Cardiera like non-stop lately, but I'm not mad about that. Okay. The Fabulous Burt Wonderstone. Man, time has forgotten this movie. Oh, The Incredible Burt Wonderstone. No wonder. Oh, it also starred Steve Buscemi. That's Olivia Wilde. Well, Olivia Wilde is kind of like the millennial Katie Holmes, right? I don't mean that in a negative way or to diminish her work at all. I think she's been in some movies that I mean, I was gonna say good, but to be honest with you, I don't really like Tron Evolution or whatever the second one's called. Tron Legacy. That's it. Come on, your opinion is invalid because you've forgotten the completely arbitrary subtitle of the second Tron movie. It's not Tron Evolution, that's Terminator, you nincompoop. I actually can't think of a movie that Olivia Wilde has been in that I've enjoyed. I thought Tron Legacy was okay. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone is kind of... You know, I'm not trying to insult you. I thought it was horrible. I really like Jim Carrey. In spite of his personal opinions, in most situations, I believe that the art should be separated from the artist. You know, I grew up watching Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura. Maybe it's not fair. You know, I think he had a great dramatic turns in Man on the Moon and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So, I mean, I love Steve Carell. I think I was predisposed to enjoy that film, and I was like, this is really bad. Friend Zone. I'm not sure if we're that much closer to Beelzebub, but we might be. And for now, I'm like, I don't even know what to do with Blank Cardiera. Like, we have unlimited consumables, sure. We could double the shop forever and get to 99 keys. How many times have we done that in the last, like, you know, 8 episodes, though? It's still fun. Like, we're gonna get more chests on the chest. That's really the principal interest here. I'm not bullshitting you. Boss Rush seems in the cards for us. Oh! Might as well open it. Ooh, that's the ticket right there. Goat head. And what would be awesome is if we can, like, Blank Cardiera a deal with the devil that would otherwise suck. Like, imagine we got 3 red hearts. Usually that deal's not that good. But what if we got that, and then we doubled it, and we managed to create a situation in which we got, you know, 2 or 4 guppy items. Theoretical possibility. You know what? We can't do this yet. As much as I might like to. We will get restock 2 of hearts is not worth much here. And we do have a battery charge, so we probably, like, should double things. Oh, you know what? Okay. No. Take the stars card. We're gonna get into boss rush and then leave. And this will also allow us to get to our item room. So this is huge plays, really. Like, this has the potential to be a big tempo swing. Put it into Hearthstone terms. Not that we need one. But yeah, I would say, like, maybe getting Whore of Babylon followed by Brimstone. And then we get that sweet technology Brimstone synergy where we got the, like, coil around it. I like that. And we'll take Little Gish. And then we'll take Deadshot. You remember when I said big tempo swing? This is a strong 15 seconds for this run, I would say. Now just don't forget the Yara rune when we go back. It's a shame our donation machine is full because we are actually, like, unstoppable now. Yeah, let's go win the run. This seems like absolutely there's no reason not to do a hush fight. There's no reason. We might run out of HP later, but for now there's no reason not to do a hush fight. There's no reason not to do a lot of things here. Grab the Yara, which is over here. And, I mean, the simple thing is, should we keep doubling? The answer is yes, because we want more keys. The downside to this is that it's going to make the room very tough to navigate. But I think if we could at least grab, you know, like a decent number of keys. We're up to 36. I think that's good enough for now. It's going to take us 100 years to get out of here. But we're going to be able to do it. Give it a sec. Colliders are overlapping. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Oh! We did it, boys. Okay, escape. But don't forget to check this room. And I'm going to say no. Because... Oh, you know what? We have Goathead. We could have done it. Whatever. Not a big deal. Okay, so we Brimstone Technology. Deadshot. Evil Eye. Is it Deadshot or is it Dead Eye? I can't remember. I think it's Deadshot, right? I don't know. I don't know comic books, okay? My favorite comic book is Captain USA. It's not Captain America, it's our cheap Canadian knockoff, Captain USA. Captain USA goes around just being a big ol' impolite jerk to people. And then everyone goes, man, that Captain USA sure is a bully, right? I wish he was more like Professor Canada, who wins you over with discourse and a general jovial nature. This is a joke, by the way. Although we do have a comic book character called Captain Canuck. I'm unfamiliar with the history of Captain Canuck, so I don't know if maybe I'm, you know, barking up the wrong tree, but I mean, don't be starting something. Me and my partner gonna test your chest love lists. Can't stay in the heat. Get out the wild. We're going straight. I don't even care about the secret room at this point, although it's really just unbridled laziness to not go to it. Starting to find myself back in the Isaac zone, you know? It's always, it's like, imagine you're a rower, and this is me talking out of my ass because I don't know anything about rowing, but I imagine you get into kind of like that flow state. You know, stroke. Oh, this is going to be taken out of context. Imagine you get into that flow state, and then someone goes, oh, Jason, wake up, it's time for school, and then you realize you were dreaming, and, you know, not all as it seems, and here am I sitting in a tin can and all that. But when something pulls you out of that flow state, you're losing your rhythm, right? That's where I'm at in this Isaac streak, you know, or the loss of the Isaac streak has made it so now I'm like kind of out of rhythm. I'm out of sync. I'm a man unstuck in time, and I need to get my mojo back from Fat Bastard. Can we talk about the fact that in Austin Powers 2, there is like a major subplot where Fat Bastard is actually a cannibal who dines on human flesh? Like, the implication of Fat Bastard... Like, let me put it this way. If I had not just brought that up, and I said, tell me about the personality traits of Fat Bastard from Austin Powers 2, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and then later Goldmember, you would say, well, he's overweight and proud of it, but sometimes ashamed, I suppose. He's Scottish, and he's very lewd. He had intercourse with Felicity Shagwell while eating a bunch of fried chicken. These are the dominant personality traits of Fat Bastard. What you probably would not have said is Fat Bastard is a cannibal who wishes to dine on human flesh. But, is that not the case? Is that not, I'm not even going to say implied. Is that not, like, literally exposed? I should have doubled these before we opened them. In Austin Powers 2. He says, wait a minute, Dr. Evil. It's not the best impression. I've got your mojo. Now give me the baby. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby. Wait, is Fat Bastard gonna eat Mini-Me? He licks his lips, right? He's either gonna eat Mini-Me or he's gonna fuck Mini-Me. Both of which have strange implications here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a large man having sex with a tiny man, but the fact that they're being bartered for, like, a piece of property makes me a little uncomfortable. It's, like, almost more uncomfortable than if he was just gonna consume him. But I feel like this is an element of Fat Bastard's character that is not touched on enough. Am I I almost want to Google it over the course of this video right now. What does Fat Bastard want? What does Fat Bastard say when he farts? Great Google autocomplete. He says, oops, I farted. Everyone likes the smell of their own brand, you know? Okay, what does Fat Bastard want with Mini-Me? He does say, get in my belly. Fat Bastard is also eating a whole chicken while in bed with her. He talks about how Mini-Me was looking good to eat. I'm bigger than you. I'm higher on the food chain. Get in my belly. Yeah. Yo, that's pretty fucked up that Fat Bastard was gonna eat Mini-Me. How are we cloning a troll bomb in here? Just level with me. That's never talked about. Of all the plots in Austin Powers, what about the one where, you know, it's implied in the movies that Mini-Me has the intellect of a small child, I believe. It seems to be the case if you look at his demeanor. He's gonna eat that poor child. I know he's, in real life, he's a grown adult human named Vern Troyer, but in the movies, the implication there is quite dire. I didn't even think about it until just now. The Fat Bastard's gonna eat that poor man. He didn't ask to be brought into this world just to be eaten by Fat Bastard in exchange for Austin Powers mojo. It's extremely unfair. That's a nasty lot in life, man. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 yeah. Well, at least we got one redeeming spate of commentary here. Alright. Is Fat Bastard a cannibal? Like the video to say yes. Leave a comment saying this is the best video you've ever seen to disagree. We're probably just not going to take one of those items because spirit hearts are a little more precious. A little more precious for this hush fight here. Money. Ooh, a goopy item. Can't, like, take that forever, but I'm happy to have it for now. Glass cannon, forget me now. Unfortunately, this is one of those situations. Ooh, we will take. Monsters like Brimstone just makes it take forever to charge, right? No, it works. Okay, sweet. Probably not that good, but sweet either way. I mean, we have restock, but I'm not too worried about it here. So glass cannon cannibalizes our spacebar item. Unfortunately, so does Forget Me Now. So I really don't think we can afford to roll with that either. As much as it pains me because I love Forget Me Now as an item, I think it's better to just stick with what we got. You know, double our items and get some seriously dope synergies. And you know, what did I ask for on this run? I asked for dope synergies. We're getting dope synergies. This is a pretty cool run. I very, very rarely have Brimstone Monstro's Lung, as evidenced by the fact that, you know, I didn't even know what they did together. Now we need, like, sad bombs and whatever else you'd like to give me that works with that. Like, homing tears, of course, seem pretty sweet. Every shot, by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm firing straight at him. It's not like I can adjust myself, you know, with the knowledge of where he's going here. If we get one black, like, we're not gonna die probably, but if we get one black heart on the ground, I probably will take a chance to double it just so that, you know, in the future we feel a little safer about our position here. We don't have any special bombs, right? They're just normal bombs. We passed up homing bombs, I think. Still taking us longer than I'd like to admit, but that's just the Hush fight in general. I'm really glad we came down here. The Guppy item is extremely unlikely to ever pay out with anything resembling a transformation. But it did give us 3 flies. 3 flies is worth one of our 59 keys, probably. Although, you know, we do want keys for the chest as well. We can always double keys on the cathedral, hopefully. Amazing that we're not getting hit here. Rubber cement would be cool as well if it even works with this loadout, which I'm probably, you know, deservedly a little skeptical of. I do wish that we'd taken car battery now, but, you know, lessons learned for a later day. One of the easier Hush fights we've ever had. This whole run's gonna be over before 30 minutes, is my guess. Wouldn't mind getting Dad's Key, getting a little Mega Satan action up in here. Because this is, you know, any run where you can fight all 3 really tough optional bosses is cool in my books. Dude. I killed the Loki I was not firing at. That's hilarious. Well. Get a lot of bombs out of it. The decent amount of money that provides us with no value. I still think, like, one of the things I'd love to see in Afterbirth Plus is a way to take advantage of money, like a semi-consistent way to take advantage of money in the late game once you get past the caves, not the caves, the depths. Because, I mean, there is, they've announced that, like, there's a trinket that's going to give you access to a shop. Yeah, we'll take the Luckfoot. There's a trinket that will give you access to the shop in the chest, or give you access to item rooms, not in the chest, sorry, but like in the womb and beyond, I think. Which is pretty cool, but I almost wish there was like another outlet, and maybe there will be. Because on so many runs, cash is just 100% worthless. Sure, you can get money equals power. Sure, you know, occasionally there'll be a beggar or something like that. But on the average run, you just forget about how much cash you have once you make it down to this stage of the game. And maybe that's fine, but I would kind of... I'm not even saying it would make it a stronger game, but I think it would be fun to have another outlet for that. And maybe an outlet that sometimes backfires on you as well. Although, now it's like, how do you design that? Good question. Good question. Good answer. Good answer. So we're going to get another 16 keys. It's probably all the keys we're going to take for the rest of the game. Or all the keys we're going to double for the rest of the game. We'll save our doubles so that we have one for sure when we go down to the chest. And you know my MO. Like, 64 chests is where I like to be. But I guess I'm already there. Low key, probably most underrated popular Talking Heads song, if I'm going to keep moving the goalposts. We, like, 64 chests is good. And the thing is, you can get 100. And I know you're like, please don't talk about the fact that you can't tell what the items are after that point again, because you talk about that every fucking run. But no, it's actually like, you know, every extra double, assuming you don't get a battery drop, takes another 3 or 4 rooms out of your chest. So you actually get less time to appreciate, you know, the synergies that you do get. It's like getting super rich the day before you died. Like, hypothetically, what if you were an old man and you turned 98 and you won the lottery, but then you died the next day? Wouldn't it be ironic? Like, we want to have a balance between getting too, like, turbo rich in an Isaac context, and then also, at the same time, having a little bit of time available to appreciate the fact that we've gotten turbo rich, you know? Alright. I still can't believe Fat Bastard's gonna eat that poor baby. And it's not even like... You might say, he's not a baby, he's an adult. First off, I don't know how much better that makes it. I think it probably does make it a little better, but I don't know how much. Fat Bastard says, and I quote, "He looks like a baby." He wants it to be a baby, the sick fucker. He can't keep getting away with it. Wow, we're getting like chests every room. This is sweet. We got, wait. Oh, we must have gotten Beelzebub. I skipped past it because we picked up another item, like, immediately after, but, yeah, we must have gotten Beelzebub. Now, it is, like, a 1 out of 50 anxiety that I can't see my HP. I find it unlikely that it's going to be relevant, but, of course, the chance exists. So that's going to take us to 16. Next one's 32. And then, well, in 4 rooms, we're gonna cash out, basically. Because we're going to use the Yara rune after we use the blank card. We don't need to worry about HP, because we're almost certainly going to get a lot of HP back from these chests. Mom's wig, mom's pad. Might as well, you know, work towards the mom transformation. Which is what we just got right there. 2 more rooms. And this is great. I mean, we weren't finished before 30 minutes, so my bad. This is a great run. I had a good time. We were never really too afraid for our lives as Judas, except for that time that I cried, help me, like a little baby boy. Syringe, please. Bob's Curse, Holy Water, Infested. Alright, let's go cash in. Let's go cash in like Alexei Yashin. Double! We double. No toil, no trouble. Samson's Chain, Purity Dunce Cap. Hell yeah. Get wild. Syringe. Syringe. Notched Axe. Not particularly strong. Bean. Oh, okay, lots of active items in here. But then, SMB Superfan. Firemind. Capricorn. Sad Bombs. An item I actually asked for. Juicy Sack. Undefined. No good. Friendly Ball. Not worth anything. Judas's Shadow. Anemic. A lot of items that, you know, I don't really care about our active items here. Zodiac. I'll take Curse of the Tower. I don't give 2 shakes of a lamb's shitter, man. Eden's Blessing. I almost feel like it's a waste to use that not on an Eden run, but we can have some cool interactions with random regardless. We also got Explosivo in there. We've gotten a few damage upgrades. The Shears, actually one of my favorite late game spacebar items. I mean, you don't have to get it in the late game. You can get it in the early game, but I'm just saying. So there's the Shears. It's a little chaotic in here. We are now immune to explosions, which is something that I was looking for. Do we have Tiny Planet? I don't know what's going on. Dunce Cap Monstro's Lung Brimstone is a little weird here. Oh, there's Tiny Planet. Okay, that's going to get real snaky then. Take Loki's Horns as well. And see? Now we got a run that actually has some character. I don't really care about any of the other items up there. Like, okay, multi-dimensional baby, I'll make an exception for. But everything else doesn't look that exciting to me. Yeah, who really cares? Not a big deal. Alright, okay, this is ridiculous. Those are our number 2 bombs, by the way, popping off there. This is straight up one of the best synergies we've ever had from, like, a having fun standpoint. Oh, also, Zodiac, I guess, has given us the Taurus. So, we don't get to see our bombs ever, because we just pop off immediately upon entering the room. But I'll place a bomb when we enter rooms. Because it's too good to pass up. Also, if we're fully charged going into the room, oh my god. If we're fully charged going into the room, we shoot at least once before it pops off. Oh, this is a really cool synergy. Okay. Obviously not worth a whole hell of a lot there. Is it the best Sad Bomb synergy we've ever had? I don't know, we've had some really great Sad Bomb synergies. This has got to be near the top, though. Like, the ridiculous coil that we let out every time we drop a bomb, and then those bombs drop even more bombs thanks to scatter bombs. Well, this is a great endorsement of Blank Card Yara. And this is why you play the game right here, is for ridiculous synergies like this. Sack Dagger, Seraphim. It's not bad. I mean, we can't be hurt by bombs, so. Yeah, I'd say that'll probably do it. Let's get in there. That's 3 wins in a row. Plus, we got Eden's Blessing for our next one. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.